Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and it's Serie A week 12. There was a whole host of good winners over the weekend. Lazio, naughty step, let me down for my plus 520 four-timer. I was a bit down, and then I saw Pedro went with my parlay, but instead of going with Lazio, he went with Lazio, both teams to score, so he cocked. We love stories like that. Now, we haven't got Tam for the first 10 minutes because obviously we had another death, which was Gerard Houllier, and he's just doing a bit for live on for a TV company. He will be with us in 10 minutes. So obviously get your thumbs up when he arrives. Now, if it's your first time, I will then invite you and say, listen, enjoy, but press the button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Ring the bell means that we'll notify you. Then you'll never miss any content again. And if you also press the link in the description, then that'll take you over to the articles. And I believe the articles had maybe 2 or 3 parlays right across the Euro leagues over the weekend. So they're going great guns as well. Also, if it is your first time, come in the chat, say hello, make them feel welcome because you are our third guest. There's a few wrong ones in there, but their heart is in the right place, I promise you. Also, great tipping over the weekend from our third guests. Everyone in the chat, you keep that banter going. We absolutely love it. Now, Alex and Tan is going to be our experts. Leave Tan alone for 10 minutes. So we'll go to Alex. Alex, Milan coming back, getting a point. Massive that with Inter and Juve both winning.
Yeah, massive round for Juve and Inter. They closed the gap on AC Milan, but still, I think that we touched on the match between AC Milan and Parma. Our leans were both into score and plus 1.5 on Parma. Both came in. Yes, they were only leans, but it's good to see that also our leans are cashing, not only our official bets. So that is good too. But still, that team spirit and that fighting mode for AC Milan, they were also a bit unlucky with Çalhanoğlu hitting the woodwork 3 times and Hoge 1 time. A little bit stressed right now because Benacer will be out for some time, and he's very important for them. He got injured. Hopefully for them, Zlatan Ibrahimovic will make it on time for this midweek or maximum for the weekend action. So, yeah, only 3 points there at the top of the table. It looks like the season is just starting, you know, for everyone right now after the Champions League and the Europa League group stage finished. Today we had also the Champions League and the Europa League draw. Difficult for all the teams in Europe, but till February we have time to increase our bankroll with the domestic action. So yeah, great to have the midweek action in Serie A.
Couple of little pieces of housekeeping. You know, I like to get them out of the way earlier. YouTube have had problems all around the world. So if you are joining us only on record, then leave your comments. Leave a little message in a comment and I'll try and get back to you, or Alex will try and get back to you. And we can basically, we can still have a little bit of banter prior to the games kicking off. I see that Manchester in Red, who's in Australia, he's managed to make it. I understand YouTube came back just under an hour ago. Now, we said fade Fiorentina. Fiorentina, Alex, were an absolute joke at the weekend. When you go out of Atalanta -1, then you're always going to be comfy.
Wow, that was a strong performance for Atalanta. I missed them playing like that, to be honest. You know, they played exactly what they used to play last season.
Alex, is that down to the opposition, though, being so poor?
Also that, but that is great for Atalanta. If they meet opposition like that, like Fiorentina, of course they will score 3, 4, 5. You know, they were very lucky, Fiorentina, to have conceded just 3 goals, in my opinion. Atalanta looked very, very strong, and it's very important for them because they returned to winning ways after 3 winless matches, and it was an impressive win. But right now they will go to play Juventus. So that is a tough travel for Atalanta, in my opinion.
Yeah, also this weekend, if you just go with the parlays, both Serie A and Bundesliga came in, and if you was watching the Premier League show and you went with Rude Boy and you had another parlay. But because we changed it, because the boys wanted to go with Brighton and Leicester, both teams to score, it went down. But the Atalanta -1, Juve -1 copped, and it paid handsomely as well. Let's kick on then.
Also, if you go over to sbrpicks.com on the soccer page, my Bundesliga parlay came in, my Serie A parlay came in. Yeah, thank you. It was a great weekend indeed for all of us at SBR. And be sure to watch us, because there is no Champions League and Europa League, but we have the midweek action. Flash has a lot of shows today, including the Monday Night Football with Tony and Kyle. So be sure to check that out too. So today what we have was Serie A, Bundesliga, Premier League, and Monday Night Football, right?
Yeah, it's a long day today, but listen, it's sport and we absolutely love our sport. Let's crack on with the Serie A Week 12 fixtures. And we're going to start off with Udinese at -155, the draw +300, and Crotone at +500. Now, Crotone could have been 3 or 4-1 down at the weekend at home to Spezia. They came out at 1-1 at half-time, and they destroyed a side like Spezia, who only wanted to go forward.
This is the problem with the Spezia. This is their only issue. They don't have consistency at the back at all, zero. So if you catch them on the break, or if you play a little bit more offensive, they will struggle to keep clean sheets or to keep their goalkeeper safe there. So yeah, everything. Okay, congrats to Crotone, first win of the season. But let's not jump and say, okay, Crotone is the value bet here, because it's wrong. Don't complicate yourself with that Crotone win. Udinese look very good. They are coming after 2 great wins in a row. 3-1 against Lazio on the road, both of the road basically. 3-2 against Torino, 3-1 against Lazio. De Paul is looking strong. Nestorovski also is looking strong there. They are very consistent. This is what I like about Udinese. And Crotone will have very tough times to extend their, let's say, win streak, one match win streak with another one. Huge odds on Crotone, yes, absolutely. A draw double chance at 2.3 looks decent, but I think that the best way to go is both teams to score at 1.95 here. Absolutely amazing odds for both teams to score in this type of match. I don't think that Udinese will keep clean sheets. They usually don't do that. Plus, Crotone, we know that it's very tough for them to keep clean sheets. So almost even money for both teams to score in this match looks the price, looks a good price, and looks the correct bet to take.
Yeah, I love the interaction with the chat already today. We've got Liam Hassan. Didi Parko says it looks like a trap. Didi, maybe I could just invite you to maybe have a look at the Udinese team total over 1.5. I mean, I fancy they score twice. If you don't fancy the both teams to score, then obviously you can just go with the home goals. I think that Udinese win this game, so you could even go Udinese to win and over 1.5.
We have a lot. Yeah, the chat is on fire. We have all our friends here: Sardel, Pedro, Liam. We're saying that I will stop trolling for now. Hassan, Didi Parco, Barsaman, Sami, Diogo, Colonel Brandt, Raymond, Vlad Popescu, Ud, Hassan, and the list continues. We can keep it till tomorrow. Thank you all, guys, for being with us. And you are the main reasons for our good numbers and for the great content that we are trying week in and week out to put together. And go on, Flash.
I love that money's well spent on your reading lessons. You're doing really well, Alex. Keep it up. Go to the top of the class. And also, we've got over 110 of you watching, and we've only been on the air 9 minutes. So quickly, let's get this as much, because obviously them numbers will go down when the third member arrives. Now, listen, a lot of people here are going to be thinking, after seeing Lazio at the weekend, who were dead on their feet. There was no energy, no creativity. I had them in a 14 parlay. I knew my fate. A little bit like Napoli, but Napoli managed to come back and win. But Lazio never looked like winning. It's Benevento at +450, draw +310. Lazio at minus 135. Now, I see Benevento being maybe double chance, but Lazio, naughty step. Is it a case of now just leave any game alone that Lazio are involved in?
Again, we said last week that the correct bet to place for Lazio's games is the Alex Classic, because they are badly struggling to keep clean sheets. And again, Verona very organized, and I don't know why you went with that so huge parlay, because you complicated yourself. You didn't follow your own set of rules. But I think that you can learn from that. It's always good to see you learning week in and week out. But
yeah, and that's the big thing, Alex, isn't it? Because there's like your opinion and then Tan's opinion. You look at it from a lot of your opinions come from the matchups and the goals. Tan comes from a journalistic point of view, and I come from a professional one. So what you could do, it's one of those where you have to take little bits, because at the end of the day, it's your money. It's you that presses the button. So, I mean, like Pedro did. Pedro didn't like my 4-team parlay at plus 520, so he tweaked it a little bit, and he came up trumps. I love that. Think outside the box.
This is what we love the most. This is what we love. We are saying our opinions here, but at the end of the day, is you guys that you are betting, you are spending your own money. We are spending our money with whatever we say here, right? And at the end of the, I've seen a lot of times on Twitter, me posting a parlay, or I don't know, and someone else, okay, I will change a little bit here and there, and here you go, he wins, I lose. But that means that they are doing their own homework. And
yeah, they got
to. What I love the most, you know?
I used to be involved in the stock market in England, and at the end of every post from nearly every single person, do your own research. We're here to tilt you in the right direction. If you want to listen to us, then no problem at all. And we love that. And listen, it's a long, long season. But Lazio, naughty step. Don't get involved with Lazio. So what about Benevento and Lazio? Is it just one of those Alex Classics, move on?
I don't know if it is the Alex Classic. I think that the odds are really good on Lazio. I think that they will bounce back here. It's different to play against Verona. It's different to play against Benevento. Against Verona, it will be very complicated for every team in Serie A to find the back of the net, because they have one of the most rock-solid defenses in the Italian top flight league. When you go to play against Benevento, they have a really shaky defense. They have one of the worst defense. They are one of the worst defensive side in the league. So they are conceding a lot of goals. And a team like Lazio, with such a quality from the middle and up, will score at least 2 goals against such a poor side. If you want to go total team over 1.5, I think that is another way to go. I think that again you will find that at around 1.7. So yeah, shop around for the odds. I don't think that Lazio will lose here. I think that they will bounce back after 2, let's say, key matches. One of them against Bruges in Champions League, and one defeat against Verona. But it's time for them to focus and to bring some points to the table.
Yeah, I mean, again, Claudio, as I don't want to burst into song, but you took the words right out of my mouth. Immobile anytime looks like the way to go. If penalties, there's 3 kicks. He gets on the end of any. I just thought they were lackluster, Lazio, and I have to go by leave them alone, honestly. I mean, I might even not see a Lazio game again unless I bet against them sometime going forward. Now, listen. So I'm going to be quiet, okay? 134 of you watching. We've already got 64 thumbs up. Let's get to 100 thumbs up. Press that thumb button before Tan gets here. Because the only reason we ever get to 100 is because Tan's begging. And we don't want any of that. Okay, moving on. It's probably the biggest game of this month even. It's Juve at plus 100, draw plus 275, and Atalanta at plus 260. Both teams to score, Alex Classic. But Juve, for me, they look a little cut above Atalanta, Alex. And at plus 100, I probably wouldn't complicate it.
I was looking for a draw double chance for Atalanta, to be honest, in this one, which is at around 1.95 right now with Unibet. But I will not even to bother to bet on it, because I will to enjoy it. Atalanta wins, I will be very happy with it. It will be very tough because also for Juve, yeah, 3-1 against Genoa, but let's not forget that they were 1-1 and they won 2 penalties, with Ronaldo being the king of the penalties. I think that he scored 4 penalties in the last 5 days in Champions League and in Serie A.
Well, we don't mind it when we've got you. We had Juve -1 in the parlay.
Whoa,
so,
yeah, absolutely.
So we're absolutely over the moon of him getting a 93rd penalty.
After seeing him taking the penalty kicks, okay, I was relaxed. You know, one of them was not even a penalty, but let's not even enter in that discussion. Yeah, Atalanta look good right now. Let's give it to them at almost even money for a draw double chance on them. Looks good. Also, the over 2.5 looks good in a parlay if you want. Maybe a penalty in the match because the Juventus have this tendency to be offered many penalties every week in both Serie A and Champions League. So Ronaldo, anytime goal scorer from a penalty kick, I think that it pays around plus 300 or something like that. So I would take it.
The problem is that with Atalanta, they were playing Fiorentina. They missed a whole host of chances. I mean, really, really good chances. So you could say, okay, so they are creating. But it was only a couple of weeks ago. They were like duck eggs. They were not scoring. They were like producing the type of football that you would see from a bottom 6 side. Just because they went and beat Fiorentina, I think they're going up against it here. And Juve at plus 100. Listen,
but can you trust Juventus after that 2-1 win against Torino? That basically they came back from 1 goal down. After
it's a little bit like the Real Madrid, little bit like the Real Madrid factor, really. It's a big game, and the big teams need to step up and produce. With the way that Milan are going and the way that Inter are going, Juve know that they've not got many slip-ups in the tank. So for me,
Napoli is on the right track.
Oh, they're awful. They were awful at the weekend. How they got away with it, I do not know. I mean, Sampdoria were 1-0 up at the half time. Could have got 2-3 up. I'm going to oppose Napoli if I get the right odds against them. But you're going to go with, you think, double chance.
Yeah, just a lean. Just a lean.
Yeah, I know. It's only a lean because it's a tough game. And we'll look at the officials. By the way, there'll be no records today for any of the shows. And there'll be no records on Thursday because obviously the game's finished late Wednesday night. And I'll be back here at like 6 o'clock on Thursday morning. So we will try and get the records updated. Don't worry, I won't miss a thing. Also, I think it was Ernesto. He wrote in the chat that my figures were wrong for my own personal record on the Serie A. I will be amending them. So if you see that I'm like plus 6,000 units, just don't worry about it. I've got it in hand, all right?
Is Dan ready to go?
Now then.
Already 7 minutes ago, you have asked.
1 second. He didn't introduce you. Come on, let's wait for the host first.
Okay, listen, before we get that third member, that part-timer, okay? We got to 84 thumbs up. We were looking...
You kept me 7 minutes, understand, because you were waiting to get to 100. I was there, and you were just waiting to hit 100. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. You didn't do it, guys. You now hit 100 on the face, on the flesh. Now, do it now. Do it now. Okay. You just were. You never talked so long about a game of Juventus in your life. Never. You will just keep on talking and waiting and waiting. I was there saying, let's see if we can do it.
I was trying my absolute heart out. You know, I was like one of those.
And yes, Paul Versus is right. I went to the barber. No, I bought a shaver and I just shaved everything in a full metal jacket way.
Are the barber shops open?
Full metal jacket on Serie A show?
No, but I just shaved just before the show. It's all full of hair here. If you want, I can show you later. But it's not a great show.
Okay, just a quick one because you've only missed just the 2 games. Obviously, I'm going to come back to you. We need you to speak about Juve and Atalanta. Udinese and Crotone. Have you got any sort of opinion on that game?
No, absolutely. As you see, Crotone was back against Spezia. I was warning and saying, guys, they are too desperate. Just they are pushed by a special force in this game. Don't know if they will win, but something will happen. And it did happen. Now they are surfing on that wave. A wave on which Udinese is pretty safe after winning in Torino. So I see both teams to score because they now both of them enjoy the fact of trying to win. So both teams to score.
Yeah, I thought Udinese team total over 1.5 was probably a way to go as well. I fancy Udinese scored twice against this Crotone defence. Spezia, I mean, they try and play out Crotone on their own penalty spot. I'm like, wow, what is going on here? They got away with murder. Spezia could have been 3 or 4-1 up at half-time. And then they just went 2-1, 3-1, 4. Honestly, and we were like watching the game live, and we were saying, oh, there's more goals here. There's more goals. What about Benevento versus the naughty step Lazio?
I said last week, let's go double chance on Lazio, double chance out for Verona because
yeah.
They will feel the fatigue of Champions League, especially the mental fatigue, and especially about Verona that are always tough against big teams. But we will talk about that when we will talk about Verona. Benevento aren't as Verona, and for sure Lazio will feel now one game break is enough. And again, it is against Verona. It's a completely different thing. So here I say Lazio to win. Now, Benevento need to shake up the thing, so it won't be easy at all. It won't be easy at all. But that's why the odds on Lazio to win are anyway good. It's 1.75. It won't be easy at all, but now Lazio will be focused as they weren't in the last 3 games in Serie A.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, we can miss out the next game, which is Juve Atalanta, because obviously Tam won't have nothing to say about that game. So
look, there is something even newer about Atalanta. Now we know that almost surely Papu Gomez won't be back on the pitch for Atalanta. Yesterday in the post-match interviews, Gasperini, when he was asked if the things can find a peace now, if there could be an armistice at least between the two parts, he came out with just, well, the club must decide, which means if it is up to me, I have decided, which means I took the decision to play him against Ajax because it was for the best of the club.
This is very stupid. This is very stupid. Come on.
Well, that's how it is. Basically, he made a favor to Atalanta. He said, look, I'm doing a 1 step back in my spat with Gomez to do the best for the club against Champions League because it's a game we know tomorrow. But now I did 1 step back. Now you have to come to me. And so if I say that he must go, he must go. And today, Gomez uploaded on his Instagram a post saying, when I will be gone, you will know all the truth. So all signs saying that things are not going better. Now, said that, still Atalanta are quite a difficult block to handle for Juventus. But on one side, you have a Juventus where things are getting better, not good, but getting better. Against Genoa, you could see what is the difference of playing against Barcelona and being all pumped for that, or against Genoa and stay focused into the game. And on the other side, you have Atalanta, that is true, they trashed Fiorentina, but more because Fiorentina in this moment are really
trash.
You said that, but let's say that
like what they are right now, they are trash.
Let's say that it's more the merit of Fiorentina than merit of Atalanta. So for this reason, I'm not sure that Atalanta will be able to ship up a result from Turin. But
100.
at least... Pardon?
100.
Yeah, but you mean on Juventus.
Commentating on the darts then? 100.
Yeah, but
on the darts, exactly 100 likes.
yeah, 100 likes. I thought 100 on Juventus. I thought it was 100 on Juventus. See the value. No, but the outcome is very open. I go on both teams to score in Juventus Atalanta because it's leaning more on Juventus side. But there are too many variables on the table to take that.
What are the teammates saying? Because basically he is the captain of the team, and the captain of the team has a great influence over the teammates, right?
But the manager of the team is having even more influence. So,
yes, but we know that if there is a problem like that, there are like groups of players. One that agree with the manager, one that agree with Papu Gomez. It's very sad to see. He's a great character, but after all, you are playing for a team. You are not playing on your own, and you are a Champions League side. You have a lot of experience. You are the captain of the team, so basically you have to be the manager from the pitch. If you have a problem with the manager, hopefully he will not arrive to say me or the manager, something.
I think the best way to look at this. Hang on, Tan. Let me come across here because I've been in dressing rooms where there's been like someone who's been outcasted. When you're in the heat of the game, you don't think about it. You just think about winning and performing. Now, if you've got players that are sulking, they won't be playing. So I think that probably you look at the way that Atalanta as a group are responding. And listen, Papa Gomez, if he's going to go, obviously, he's going to go to a higher club. And I understand he's very close to signing for Southampton. So it's like he's going up in the world, Tan.
What do you mean? Southampton are a better club than Atalanta?
Where are the contacts? This is something I'm giving you fresh. Okay. I didn't tweet it. Milan. Actually, the fresh contact for the future of Papu Gomez, where it is at the moment? At the club, you are wearing the jersey of
New England Revolution. No.
Yes, that. No, I meant Milan, obviously.
Yeah, and he is the perfect fit. Sitting in there and being the ringmaster. He's got all the energy around him. I think it'll be absolutely perfect.
It's going together with the fact that Çalhanoğlu at Milan is asking 7 million euro net for his new contracts, which is honestly not a contract for Çalhanoğlu. He's earning 2.5. You can go from 2.5 to 7 for how good you are playing, but
don't say that because I've got to go in and negotiate my wages soon. So don't be giving him any ideas that I can't go to 7 million. Anyway, let's get on. We've exhausted this game. We've exhausted Papa Gomez. You've given us a little bit of a clue that he's going to potentially go to Serie A champions.
Anyway going. But anyway, hardly we will see him again back on the pitch. He's the biggest personality. He's the biggest personality.
Never been known before. Not even halfway through the show. 172 watching. Absolutely love that. If it's your first time, come in and say hello. Raymond, Nixon, Surash, Rampage. Make sure you look after them newcomers. It's like their first day at school. If they've got any questions, put them in the chat. They will sort it out.
South Africa.
Yeah, I listen all over the world. All over the world. Let's move on because I tweeted this out last week. Get on. Sassuolo away at Fiorentina next week at plus 210. Fiorentina plus 130. Who are you kidding? Draw plus 250. Sassuolo plus 210. Tan, I know you've just spoken about 3 games, so you just wait, get a breath. Alex.
No, it's fine. I don't need a breath.
I know. I'm going to come to you for the final word. Fiorentina are at plus 130. How on God's earth are Fiorentina? They do not look like a threat. They are so pedestrian. And Sassuolo, clean sheet, only scored 1. But I say they go there and they do not get beat. And I also believe they win.
Too pedestrian, not very pedestrian. Very, very pedestrian. I mean, they play nothing. They don't have a clue about the system that they're playing. Nothing. I mean, it's a mess. And you didn't expect that with a new manager, right? We thought that, come on, he will bring the victories, but they are just 3 points above the danger zone there, with 9 points just after 2 wins in 11 matches. And not only that, but they they struggle to score. Just 11 goals in 11 matches is not a lot for a team like Fiorentina with other expectations in Serie A. On the other side, Sassuolo, yes, they won against Benevento 1-0, but without impressing. Again, they are still without Caputo, Vlad Chiricheș at the back, also De Frel. But I don't think that they will lose this game. I don't think that they will lose this game. Hopefully, it will not happen with us like what happened to Crotone. You know, they won their first game of the season against Spezia, and we were all of us on Spezia. Like our friend from the chat said earlier, who was it? Diogo, Sassuolo with draw no bet for me at 2.15. So in case of a draw, you take your money back.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone a different way, Tan. I've actually gone with Sassuolo to win at plus 210, and I've gone with Sassuolo double chance. And it's like maybe minus 135 or something mad like that. But it'll get me something back if I get like, I can't see. Listen, I see Sassuolo scoring twice. I don't see Fiorentina scoring twice.
It dropped at 1.6 right now.
Yeah, again, I just don't care. I just only see Sassuolo winning.
My option was draw double chance Sassuolo. Now I don't know how much has dropped since yesterday night when I picked it.
Don't worry, we're on at plus 100. Yours will be minus 180.
Yeah, more or less. But see, the thing is that in a normal situation, I would go straight with Sassuolo to win. Sassuolo are handling different problems. They are having several absences also in the back. And just imagine that if you scrap the game where they lost 3-0 to Inter, in the other 5 of last 6 games, they conceded 0 goals. 0 goals. The Zerbi switched, since he doesn't have Caputo, the Zerbi switched to a more calculated...
Defensive, yeah.
It's not exactly defensive, but I would say more...
Conservative.
More speculator on the pitch, like not being just careless and whatever it happens. He learned how to deal with issues. There's a big step up. But on the other side, there is a team that the more the games are passing, the more desperate is getting. Now, that is a factor that even when someone is playing so badly as Fiorentina, you should never underestimate, in my opinion. That's why factoring that with how anyway Sassuolo are struggling in finding the net, because they are doing exactly what it needs to take. It's not the first game they need only because of penalties. That's why I go with a double chance for Sassuolo. I feel safer in that way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't listen. I never expect you to put plus in front of any price, but
come on.
I agree with you. I just think that Sassuolo, if they're like 6 out of 10 on being confident and aggressive in the game, they win it comfortably. I cannot see. And it is Christmas. And obviously now and again, the books will give you a Christmas present. And I believe this is it. Now, from one team to fade to another team that we love to fade. It's Genoa plus 710, draw plus 375, and Milan at minus 210. Don't complicate it. Genoa are not very good, and Milan have all the spirit, all the energy, and they've got many players that can hurt you.
Absolutely. It's true that they have lost another centre-back and probably for a long time because Gabbia, who was already the backup of Kier, the only backup they had in the back, now will be out for a knee twist that could keep him out for a month. Kier is out. Ibrahimovic is not sure if he will be back. Ben Nasser too, he will be out for at least a month. But what we saw against Parma, even if they drew at home, Parma should always play just in San Siro, drawing with Inter, drawing with Milan, never defeated in the last 6 games at San Siro. But what we saw from Milan was completely different from the result. Not only they had the spirit to come back in the very last minutes, netting 2 goals, and that is a huge sign. But also 4 times they hit the post or the woodwork. Anyway, the game was theirs. They are just damned in this moment by Rebic, who played 11 games and scored none in this season. That is the main thing that is not going well for Milan. All the other things are going. So this spirit is something different. Genoa actually were pretty disciplined against Juventus. They first had enough discipline to tie for 60 minutes. Then they had the mental reaction to switch in their attitude and grab the draw in a few minutes after they conceded the first. Then penalties came for Juventus, and I will leave that to comment to Alex, and it finished in that way. But see, Milan, this spirit from Milan, tell me that they came out from the game with Parma, not scared by the fact, oh, we dropped 2 points, we see them, they are coming back from behind in the table. No, with that hunger of saying, oh, come on, we should have got much more. Now Genoa will pay for that. So as the odds on Milan are too low, I say Milan to be ahead, half-time, full-time.
The half-time, the full-time. And just before I go to you, Alex, and yes, Don, I think that's a cracker you've come up with, by the way. And that's Fiorentina under 1.5 team goals at -125. I think that is, and I will be getting involved in that, Don. Thank you very much, sir. Genoa, Milan at -210. Find me a little bit more value, please, Alex.
I love Sean MCK's approach here. No goal before the 25th minute at 1.83. I think that it will be an intense second half, but a poor first half. I think that Genoa will try not to concede fast in the game. Milan will try to dominate the game, but not to press very high at the beginning. So I really like that approach from Sean. Basically, this is one of the approaches why I went with the bet that I will say in this match. One of the reasons, sorry.
Okay.
Milan 7-2 for me. It's
breaking up, Alex.
Milan winning, yes. I'm sorry. Now you can hear me good?
Yes. Can you repeat what is your bet?
Milan and under 4.5 goals at 1.72 is my bet. I don't think that we'll see 5 goals inside that match. I think that Milan will win. Exactly what we talked at the beginning of the show. This is exactly what Tan said about the team spirit, about coming from the back, but also about missing some of their most important players. And I put here Benacer, that I think that he's one of their best, one of their most important players. Hopefully Rebic will start to score. Çalhanoğlu is delivering, but as Tan said about his contract, he will probably leave in the winter transfer window. Milan, I think that Genoa played their best against Juventus. One shot on target first, and 1 goal till that goal, because after that they had one more. But they will try not to lose this match against Milan, and Milan have the power to score at least 2 on their own. I don't think that Genoa will score 2. So in case Milan scores, I think 2 goals, I think that they win this one. So Milan and under 4.5 at 1.72.
Yeah, and if you're Genoa, you don't really want to be hosting Juve and then 3 days later hosting Milan, because your energy levels will be tested to the absolute limit. Next game, I think there's great value to be had in this game, Alex. We've got Inter at +110, draw +270, and Napoli at +240. Just let me give you a little bit about Napoli. Win 4-0. Win 4-0. They win 2-1, and on the face of it, you say, oh, they've won 3 in a row. Obviously, in between, they had 1-1 draw at home to Real Sociedad. But the Napoli that I saw at the weekend were filthy. I cannot go near Napoli because I cannot trust that they're not going to throw a performance like that. They throw a performance in like that again this week against Inter. Now, I know it's Inter. Inter score 3 or 4.
Inter score 3 or 4, yes, but they also concede. So why to play the winner's market when you can play the Alex Classic at 1.91? Both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.91. I think that decent set of odds. I think that this is a no-brainer. 2 teams that are scoring, 2 teams that are struggling to keep clean sheets, 2 teams with a great quality in the attack. I think that this is a no-brainer. Everyone should take that. This is just me.
Yeah. Tan, Inter
Don't
plus money at
complicate
home to
yourself,
Napoli.
Flash.
What do you think? Have you finished, Alex? Sorry.
Yeah, don't complicate yourself, please.
Yeah, okay. I might have to change my official pick. What's yours? Are you getting involved in this game, Tan, or just gonna leave it alone?
Look, just look what I have behind. I have the Inter Napoli set up. All of you, this is the game of the week. This is the game deserving the biggest analysis. And it's not plain as smooth as it seems. So we saw that Inter could be on the verge of collapsing, like totally, athletically, mentally, psychologically, technically. They were playing better than Cagliari, much better than Cagliari, and still in that way, they were losing. Conte made switches, some important in the game first. He finally started with Eriksen, but he replaced him at 57 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Then
what is worse? What is worse, to give him 15 minutes at the end of the match, or to replace him after 58 minutes?
Well, it's better the second one, because at least you give him 58 minutes. But still, it's like you put him on the spot. Then he recovered in the game playing with 4 at the back. And everybody noticed, like saying, see, you didn't switch the system for 1 year and a half. Now you switch and you recover. Now, would be unfair to Conte, saying, honestly, in Italy, they just focus on that. It's an important point, but it's not only about that. Would be unfair to say it was only that matter. But we have an Inter that is never stopping to produce football, never stopping to produce chances, but very, very little clinical, something that actually Napoli is not, because Napoli is producing football, but not having so many chances when they are doing that. Inter wasting a lot, missing to be clinical. In this game, eventually, even if Inter are ahead of Napoli in the table, but they have more to lose, because every game, when Inter will stop, they will say, oh, now you are out of Champions League. Are you not going to win in the Scudetto yet? It's December. Are you not going to win yet? It's January. Are you not going to win yet? So the pressure is much more on them. Plus, we are playing in San Siro, obviously. Napoli, we know that against big sides, they are not shy to be the keeper, to be the one that are letting the initiative and playing in counter-attack. And Inter are suffering quite a lot that, because their midfield can support so good the attack, but not supporting so good defense, not protecting them so much, exposing them. So I know it's an easy one, but very open game. I don't see this huge gap in between the favor between Inter and Napoli. Both teams to score.
Okay, both teams to score.
Why you don't go with the Alex class? You see a 1-1 at full time?
Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure that could be over 1-1. I'm not sure.
Okay, so we got Macy. I'm going to go in to win, although the Alex Classic does look like an obvious saver. And both teams to score. Well, obviously, if Tan's gone for it, it'll be like minus 600. Okay, Tan, Parma, plus 100. Seems to be turning the corner, scoring goals, but also letting them in. Draw plus 255. And Cagliari, score goals home or away. Not a side to be trusted, but not a side to go against. And they're at plus 250.
Parma were just lucky against Cagliari. They were lucky, good for them in defending. Completely different game against Cagliari. Plus, should factor the frustration for Cagliari that lost the game when was playing better than Inter. Parma got much more than they deserved against Milan. There will be a completely different mindset. Cagliari has back on the pitch Cholito Simeone, who played the last 15 minutes and is supposed to play much more against Parma. I see a completely different outcome. I'm not sure, because it's still not clear how much minutes Simeone can play. So that's the reason why I'm not going with Cagliari to win. But absolutely double chance draw or Cagliari to win. The odds are too good.
1.7.
We are too good for a double chance out. And for sure, there is not that difference in the odds between Parma and Cagliari. And Parma played Sunday night against Milan. Very, very stressful game. So totally double chance Cagliari.
Okay, welcome to Greek Vic. It's his first time. Greek, thanks for typing in and letting us know it's your first time. So whereabouts are you from? Also, Bobby's come up with a really good one. He's gone for Sassuolo, draw no bet, over 2 goals in the Inter-Napoli game, and Milan to win at plus 375. That seems like it seems quite obvious that. So to get plus 375, that's great. Parma Cagliari, first of all, though, Alex.
Yeah,
I mean, this looks like an Alex classic.
No, I prefer that draw double chance on Cagliari, to be honest. They look really organized, this Cagliari side lately. And Parma was a little bit lucky yesterday too. I want to answer a little bit to Ibrahim. He's saying, are we forgetting that Napoli has Lazio to play over the weekend? I mean, what? This is the first game, Ibrahim. Inter versus Napoli. This is far more important than their game with Napoli because they are taking the first game. What do you think, that they will rest players or something? No, all the players will come on the pitch to try to win that game. It's not like they're playing Europa League now and Lazio next weekend. No. They're playing Inter. They're not playing, I don't know, Crotone, you know? So I think it's very important, and we are not forgetting. It's just that this match is far more important right now. And yes, I really like this draw double chance on Cagliari at 1.7.
Okay, here's value. You want goals? I fancy this is the game you go to, bar any other. It's Spezia at plus 270, draw plus 275, and Bologna at plus 100. Both of these let in an absolute hatful at the weekend. Was it 9 or 10 goals between that they let in? Spezia at plus 270. I think you put a line through their defending the other day, and all of a sudden you might just have a bet against a Bologna side who just cannot defend, Alex.
Yeah, Bologna with 1-0 win against Crotone after 40 and something matches with conceding in every match. They started again. They conceded 3 against Inter. They conceded 5 against AS Roma, and God knows when this record will stop again. Probably it will not go back to 40 and something matches, but for sure the Spezia are one of the teams to find the back of the net against this Bologna side. Bologna who look dreadful at the back, very bad. Also on goals, not only conceding from their opponents, also on goals. So Spezia, despite the defeat against Crotone, I think that Spezia are that kind of the team that they will score in every single match. Doesn't matter with whom they are playing against. And Bologna are very good in front. So I think that both into score and the over 2.5 goals, the Alex Classic at 1.85 is my banker of the week. And we also have a donation. Wow. From Master
listen, don't talk about donations when
£5.
Tan's about, because he's always like that. Come on.
Well, you are keeping for yourself, so.
Well, it's in pounds. It's in pounds. You know, if it's in euros.
You cannot spend the pounds, Stan.
Yeah, I can. Be sure that I can.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think that in Costa
any currency.
Currency. I believe there is the same acceptance of pounds in Costa Rica than in Italy. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah. You could well be right, but obviously, if I can get it out quick enough, I can send it to my son or daughter as a Christmas present, and then I haven't got to dip into.
Oh, so you are playing the emotional motion. Oh, leave it for my son and my daughter. Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Spezia, Bologna, do we see Bologna let in another 2 or 3? Spezia love to get 5, 6, 7 men in a box when that ball goes wide, Tan. But the problem is, if they don't get on the end of it, 3, 4 seconds later, they're defending inside their own 18-yard box.
Look, Bologna against Roma were unbelievable. 5 goals conceded in the first half. It's only the 3rd time that it happens in the history to Roma. I mean, it didn't happen to them since 90 years, since the 30s. This to tell you how difficult it was to get such a bad defensive performance. To stress, there is also another thing. Mihailovic went for some odds. He said Skorupski, the Bologna starting goalkeeper, which is also in my fantasy football team. But if someone is in my fantasy football team, you can be sure that or will get injured or will get COVID, because everything is happening in the season. And he's out for the next month. And Mihailovic said, you know what? I had a good vibrations. I will pick the third keeper, not the second. Very young, debuting in Serie A. I think he can be good. Well, many times when we see someone debuting and bagging many goals, we see, oh, but it was not fault of the keeper. Without the keeper, there would be 7 or 8 goals. Well, this time around, without the keeper, probably there would be only 3. Basically, Roma was just shooting in front of the keeper, and the keeper was not saving. It seemed like a cartoon. So I don't know which decision will take Mihajlovic. I think he will switch back to the second keeper. It's not only about that, though. Bologna are being too much naive. And if we see something that Spezia haven't been, it's being naive. Playing football, but staying into the game. Anyway, they must bounce back in some way. For me, this is written all over. Both teams to score, plus over 2.5 goals, what is called in this show also Alex Classic.
Alex Classic, both teams to score and over 2.5. By the way, Alex, when Tan's talking, I'm wondering if you've got your earphones on and there's music blaring out, because did I not see a little jig?
I was thinking good vibrations, because you mentioned good vibrations.
Here we go.
Also said that Paul versus he will donate when I will fix my internet connection, and also someone said Mushari PSN said Tan, I will give you $5 if you stop with the halftime draw.
Let me check. This week there is no halftime draw in Serie A, so you can already donate.
Okay, Sammy Idu says, I would put my house on Sassuolo to beat Fiorentina. No need to go that far, Sammy, especially after you tipped up Verona last week.
Just your mother-in-law.
It's cold.
Okay,
it's cold. It's cold. Don't bet your house. It's cold. Better to sleep inside the house. San Guayad is saying, last time Tan said Cagliari double chance, they lost to Inter. Tan stopping betting for Cagliari. I know, I've lost the bet. But the game analysis, the preview was right. The Cagliari were so close. I know that so close doesn't count. Or you win or you lost. I know. But I'm not a psychic reader. I can do game analysis. The game analysis was pretty apt. Also, Giorgio Kostic is saying, Tan, with your tweets on Champions League law, you were faster than UEFA and TV broadcast. I know. Sorry, go.
Okay,
like Argentinians do. Like
Hang
this.
on, Tan. Rude Boy's just got out of bed. Here he is. Hello, Flash. Rude Boy, listen. Enjoy your tweeting. Enjoy your. We've got some newcomers, Rude Boy. So if you could be kind enough to look after them and answer their questions, that'll be great. So that's me just putting the Egypt in the classroom.
Who said last week about Genoa, and you said to them, "Are you crazy to play with Genoa? Don't."
Who said that?
I don't remember.
They wanted to go with Genoa.
I don't know who said
exactly.
that.
We dismissed it straight away. We just told them, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Okay, now, Verona. Now, you had the old double chance last week on Verona. You came up trumps against a horrible, horrible side. In Lazio, it was Verona today at plus 140, draw plus 250, and Sampdoria at plus 190. Looks like an Alex Classic, looks like a draw. Sampdoria, they play for about 3/4 of the match, which then alarms me because they always find a way to get beat, Tan.
Talking to me?
Were you Tan?
He said Tan, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to Alex first. Yeah, but it's a different kind of task this time around. So what is incredible with Verona? Okay, first of all, let's remind Verona are 8th of the table. And this is absolutely crazy. It was crazy already last year because they had a team that nobody was rating over the bottom of the table. It is even crazy this year because they have sold half of the team and all the most important players, Amrabat, Kumbulla, Ramani, Pessina, and they are still there. And if that wouldn't be enough, if we look into the Verona League, they played Roma, they didn't lose. They played Milan, they didn't lose. They played Juventus, they didn't lose. They won Napoli, if I'm not mistaken. They won Atalanta. It's amazing. They are never losing against the big sides. So why they are 8th and not 2nd? Because the miracles that they are pulling out, it's hard to do it also against the minor teams. Against Sampdoria, they could feel, obviously, a bit of a briefing out after the game at Lazio. And Sampdoria have been, they suffered the comeback from Napoli. They could have deserved a bit more, to be honest. So they will be a bit angry. So instead of going with Verona to win, it seems the easy pick here, I would go with both teams to score.
Well, listen, Alex, everyone in the chat, they're thinking Verona should be minus 150. They're saying Verona win, Verona win, Verona win 1,000%. Are you seeing it that way?
To be honest, I don't want to get involved in this match. I prefer the draw in this one, but the Verona, yes, have the first chance. But I will not get involved at all, 0% in this match. I just want to see the outcome, want to enjoy the match, and that's about it. I can't go with Verona. Yes, they are the obvious choice, but Sampdoria are very unpredictable. So I will not touch on this game at all.
It's strange that you both come out with obvious choice, and yet they're plus 140. Okay, last game we've got to crack on. It's Roma, Alex, minus 210. Draw plus 400. Torino plus 550. Roma scoring goals. Home, away, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think that it will be another high-scoring affair between these two. We also have Torino with their scorer there. They're scoring goals. This is obvious in every match. They're producing, but they are always very shaky at the back. So I think that the obvious choice here is over 3.25 goals at 1.85. Even the Alex Classic at 1.8 is a good choice. I think that Roma wins this one, but I see also Torino scoring at least one time. So even if you want to go with a huge value here, Roma to win and both teams to score probably is around 2.5 plus 150. I think that you can put a small bet on that.
Tan, you like Roma to win and not keep a clean sheet?
I prefer Roma to win since the beginning, half-time, full-time. Torino belongs to that bucket of dreadful and mentally shaky at the moment with Genoa and Fiorentina, because also Parma and Udinese aren't playing good, but probably they have less expectations and anyway have picked more points than those three. There is no explanation for Torino, aside the fact that their confidence is zero. It's zero at the moment. It's absolutely zero. They need to completely fall to pick up, and they can't never hold the result. Imagine in the top 5 European leagues, Torino are the side that have conceded more points being in a leading situation.
Yeah.
In this Serie A, Torino have conceded back something like 21 points, which means that they would be top of the table if they would keep the results. Now, we know that nobody can always keep the result, but let's make it 70% of the time to say that they would still be in Champions League. So just imagine what is the mindset of someone that know that whatever it happens, he will never go in that way. On the other side, Roma in full confidence. We saw against Bologna, Pedro will be back in this game, and it's very important considering that if I'm not mistaken, he will be back. If I'm not mistaken, I wouldn't be if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, against Bologna, we saw how easily they're playing football. Maybe Bologna made for them the task easy, but Roma lost only one game in this season because the second was given by the judge because they did a mistake in writing the lineup, including Diawara in the under-23 list. They lost only one game. That's their confidence. And so if the technical gap wouldn't be enough, there is also that. Roma to be ahead half-time, full-time. See, I don't know, was no draw at the half-time at the end of this. Go with the $5.
Let's have a look at the official picks then, Fab, and we need 2-team parlay at the end of them. Right, okay. Alex's pick is gone with Sassuolo, draw no bet, plus 115. AC Milan to win and under 4.5 goals at minus 133. Inter Alex Classic at minus 110 and Spezia Alex Classic at minus 120. And that's his banker. Tancredi, Inter Alex Classic, minus 110. Juve, both teams to score at minus 175, squirrel. Sassuolo, a double chance, minus 175. Cagliari, double chance, minus 150. And Spezia, Alex Classic at minus 120. Tell you what, Tan, you could put them 5 together. And mine is Sassuolo is my banker at plus 210. Sassuolo double chance and Milan to win at plus 124. I think that's a really safe double, by the way, and I wouldn't be surprised if we end up going for that double as our 2-team parlay. Inter to win. I'm really confident that Inter are far too good for Napoli at plus 110. And Spezia, draw no bet at plus 165. Now, we need 2-team parlay. Let's not hang about. Let's not have war and peace. Alex, what do you think?
So I would part of I'll give you one pick if you're interested. Nice. Spezia versus Bologna over 2.5 goals in the match for the first. I will give you also the odds for in 1 second.
Okay, Tan.
1 or 2 games.
Just one.
Inter Napoli, both teams to score.
Inter versus Napoli. Have we got a price for that? Inter Napoli, both teams to score.
Yes. For the Spezia one is 1.66, and for Inter Napoli, both teams to score is at 1.57.
Okay, so we got minus 150 and minus 160. So that's your 2-team parlay at Spezia. Over 2.5 goals in the game. Inter Napoli, both teams to score. If you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means that we notify you. You'll never miss any content again. Press the link in the description. That will take you over to them winning parlays that Tan, Alex or Martin produce for you. There's loads of other articles over there as well from all the sports that we cover at SBR. I hope you've had a great time with us. Remember, in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, it'll be Bundesliga, then the Premier League show.
I missed the beginning. Football. I missed at the beginning the
records.
Yes, the records.
No, we're not doing records because obviously I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and we've got no graphics boys that can do them because you don't send your selections in until about half an hour before we go.
Now it's my fault for the records. Now it's my fault for the records.
And also you've got a game going on tonight, I believe, as well, haven't you?
No, there is no game in Serie A tonight.
Oh, okay, there is games
when there is
in La Liga.
When there is midweek, they never play on Monday.
No, okay, that's good. I'm pleased about that. So listen, everyone in the chat, we really appreciate your support. 121 thumbs up. That's a record for me. Only 150 of you watching. The parlay came in at the weekend. Let's get the parlay in again. Alex, Tan, we'll see you again both soon for Bundesliga. Don't be late, Tan. Thank you very much to everyone. Really appreciate all your efforts. Come along and see us again soon. You take care.
Arrivederci.